All right. So I am glad that everyone who could join us is here. And those of you who have not been able to join us, I hope you are watching it later. And some of your parents that you could watch it later and that works better for you because of what time we're doing it. So that's great. If you can watch it, raise your hand if you've been on this meeting every time. Has anyone been here every single time? I see 3 people that were able to do it every single time. That's wonderful. And I know some of us couldn't always be here. So there was a reason why we couldn't, but I'm glad that all of you that are here are here. We're going to hop right into 2 things. We're going to talk about some language and some math. Your language for today, you should be able to do, you're simply reading this page. And then we've been talking about summarizing things. So on the other page 30.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Okay,
This thing, I can't hear it.
can you hear me? Okay. I'm going to mute everyone so that to make sure you can hear me. Everyone can hear me? Go like this if you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay. And then if you want to say something, then I'll let you say something. You can unmute yourself. This page will have questions on it on page 37. And it'll say, who's the main character? And you can just go in here and you can find whatever the answer is. And so that's section A. And then section B is you're going to take those statements and you're going to write what's the main thing that happened. In fact, if you have your book, I can show you a few things there. In other words, do you see how there's 3 or 4 paragraphs there on page 36? Okay. Well, think of 3 or 4 sentences that would summarize the whole story. You could summarize this whole thing in 3 or 4 sentences. Maybe if you summarize each paragraph into 1 sentence. So for example, I'll help you out with the first one. You know, who's the main character? And you will look, there is someone in this story whose name is Mitchell, right? And so, and his family. So that's the main character. Mitchell and his family is the main character that you're going to read about. And then, so you're going to write a paragraph. Oh, you're going to read that, oh, Mitchell and his family, they're going to need to, here's a big word for you, evacuate because of some danger. So maybe write a sentence. This is a main thing that's happened. They're going to evacuate because of, and write the sentence, whatever it is. And then what happens next? Write a sentence. And so you could summarize this whole thing in 3 or 4 sentences. If you take each paragraph, make one sentence from what happens there, make 1 sentence of the main thing that happens in the next one, and so on. Am I too boring for you, Moats? Okay. Some of us are yawning. Oh, I know you're tired, right? Well, raise your hand if you understand what to do. Raise your hand if you don't understand what to do. You don't understand what to do. You don't understand what to do. Could you hear everything I was saying, Perry? Okay. So you can always go back and rewatch this because I'm going to upload it. But I will tell you, you're going to answer the questions on page 37 about this story. And then at the bottom, you're going to write a summary. Maybe take each paragraph and summarize that paragraph into 1 sentence. What's this main thing that this whole paragraph is saying? What's it talking about? Then go to the next one. What's the main thing this whole paragraph is saying in 1 sentence? Does that help you? Does that help you? If you still have a question, ask me right now. Okay, there's 2 people. Okay, Moch. What?
I think the thing is why Carrie can't hate you. You know, it says like audio. I think she clicked the second button. That's why. And I don't think she can hear us. Just I don't know how
Okay,
to do it.
okay, can she see the chat? So that is something you could chat. You could say, maybe
Wait,
because
I mean,
if she can't hear my voice right now, then it's hard to help someone.
wait. That's why I'll try to chat with him.
So what you can do is tell her to leave and rejoin with audio, and then I'll let her back in. Maybe that's what she's doing now. All right, we're going to keep going though, okay? One of your assignments today in language is in the back. You know, the homework assignments in the back. We need to do one of those because we don't want you to forget with all this writing, these like paragraph writing, we don't want you to forget how to find your verbs and underline them twice, right? Put the vertical line there. Or so on page, what was it? 213 and 214, I'll send a message about those pages. It's the homework section. Do lesson 31, and it spills over to the next page on the bottom of page 213. And that will just be review of the language things like which word should I put in the blank, or underline twice the verb in the sentence, the action word in the sentence, and any helper that there might be, which I see a couple that have a helping verb with it. And you would underline it twice, put your vertical line, and you should do fine on that. Any question there? Okay, because we're going to go on and focus on math. Math takes a little more time because that seems to be the bigger challenge with many of us. So what does that say? Folks?
Test Monday.
Test Monday. And raise your hand if you want to say something. I'll let you say something too. Someone else. Yeah, I wrote that up there to remind you. I'm going to give you a test Monday. So have you been doing your math paper every day? And if there's a type of problem you don't know, you could circle that one, send a message to me or ask your parents to, and we'll try to figure out a way to help you understand it. Okay. But you need to open that book and you need to work the problems, right? You don't have to do the green ones, but do the other ones, right? Work the problems because these are going to be on your test, right? So I'm going to erase this so we have room. I have created what I call my master deck. These are the multiplication tables that we really need to know. And I'm going to be flashing these a lot, which I have already, but even more. And I've selected the ones that are the main ones that maybe we need to work on the most. Excuse me. Also, addition and subtraction are in this deck. Okay. What's 3 plus 4?
Wait, I couldn't hear it. What is it?
What's 3 plus 4?
7.
What's 8 plus 4?
12.
Good. What's 15 minus 8?
13.
Okay. So that's good. Now I know one of you knows it, but hopefully I can hear some of you others knowing it. Did the rest of you know it too? We've got one boy here who likes to participate a lot, which is good, but when everyone else,
I got a question, Mr. Doyle.
everyone else, I want them to participate too. Yes.
That's why if you can't finish your math paper and it's like really late in the night, you can just do it on Saturday morning.
Well, that's another thing I was going to say. The way these meetings have gone, sometimes you get some of the assignments a little later after, and so you have the next morning to work on it till we have our next meeting, right? So you could work on it the next day. And yes, if because I know there's a lot to do. I know there's a lot to do, and there's these videos to watch, which help with the papers that you're going to do. And I hope you're watching those because it took a lot of time to make all those and upload those. So go back and watch them if there were some you didn't watch. And yeah, this weekend, maybe try to catch up if you got behind on some papers because of this. Take the week and you can still have fun doing something fun on the weekend, but take a little time to maybe watch a video or do some papers that did or didn't get done. Because on Monday, we want to have those done so we can go on and prepare to take some tests and be ready for a math test, okay? There will be a science test coming up. So the video I just posted is review of all the science stuff. So if you just watch that video, that's helping you review. That's like me being there with you, even though I'm not physically with you. I'm asking you questions so you can just pretend that you're the student in the class and just answer the questions. See if you can answer the question before I say it. And that will help you. That will actually help you study. You need a study partner. I'll be your study partner this time because you can just watch the video and I'll be right there asking you questions, right? So 1 year equals
360.
how many months?
12 months.
12 months. I'm going to call on some other people because you'll answer them all, I think. Is Madison still there? Where'd she go? Madison? 1 year equals how many days? What is it?
She's putting her headphones in, that's why.
Oh, you can unmute yourself. There you go. What is it? Can you hear?
She's putting her, I think she can hear now.
Okay. What is it? 1 year equals how many days? You know, Madison? Perry? I can hear you.
365 days.
365 days. Did you hear that, Madison? 365 days. Okay, someone else. A decade is how many years? A decade. Do you remember that?
10 years.
It's 10 years. So we are in a decade, and then the next 10 years is another decade, right? So 2010 to 2020 is a decade, isn't it? Right? Now we're in 2021, so we're starting the next decade. Understand? The normal body temperature Fahrenheit. What is the normal body temperature Fahrenheit? Yes, Perry.
98.6.
That's correct. Good job. And then we have 1 hour is how many minutes, Caitlin?
60.
60. Good. And Gracie, 1 pound. How many ounces?
16.
Yes. And mile and feet. Can we remember this one, Kyan? Help us out.
5,280.
Excellent job. Did everyone hear that one? This is one a lot of people had forgotten or just didn't know this one. So learn that one. All right, Emma, 1 cup equals how many fluid ounces?
4.
Well, it's something else actually. Does anyone know this one? Unmute yourself and say it, okay? Kayam?
8.
Is that what you were going to say, Mokes? You were going to say 8 too. Well, both of you are right. That's right. 8 fluid ounces are in a cup. Okay. So we'll keep doing those each time. Look up here on the board. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's not really a secret, but do you see these problems? They're going to be on your test, right? You know, if it's on your review page today, which is a review page, that the test is going to look a lot like that. So these here, Now, the little secret I was going to say, which isn't really a secret, is in a few days or a week or so, guess what's coming up? We're going to go beyond this and we're going to have 3 numbers there. I call them triple deckers. But anyway, because you'll have 3 stacks of numbers, right? Because there's 3 numbers. So I'm only saying that to say we want to really get this down so that we can do the next, take it to the next level, right? So like I've said before, we're going to just don't worry about the 8 and just look at the 2 at first, right? And I'm going to call on some of you, Gracie. 2 times 7.
14.
14. I'm going to carry the 1. And then 2 times the 9.
18.
18 plus the 1 I carried.
19.
19. I put my 9 there. I carry my 1 up to the next place value over. Okay. Then I'm multiplying all of them by 2. So I'm on my last number now, 4. 2 times 4 plus the 1 I carried.
9.
9, because that's 8 plus 1, 9, and I just write 9. Now I need someone else to help me. Emma, why don't you help me? What do I do next? What do I do next?
Put your 0 under the 4.
Excellent job. Put that placeholder before we start any further. What else?
7 times 8 is 56.
Good. So we multiply by the 2 already, right? Now we're going to multiply everything by the 8. And you're right, 56. 8 times 7, 56. Carry the 5 to the next 10, next place value over, which is the 10s place. Now what? Caitlin, we're going to multiply 8 times 9, aren't we? What is it?
72.
72 plus the 5 we carried.
77.
77. I'm going to put my 7 and carry my other 7 to the next place value over. 7, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I've multiplied, make sure I don't get confused. I multiplied by the 7. I've multiplied by the 9. Now I'm multiplying by the 4. 8 times 4. Madison.
32.
Who? Go ahead. No, you can tell us.
32.
32 plus the 7. It's going to make what? Cross it out because I'm using it. Eight times 4 is 32 plus the 7. We should be able to, that's addition.
39. Oh, wait.
See, right? I'm not saying it's wrong. Are you?
It's 39.
Okay. Is he right, Kaya? Madison, is he right?
Yes.
He's right. I'm not trying to make you doubt yourself, but I want to see that everyone's, listening. 4, 9 plus 6, class. Just say it. 9 plus 6,
15.
15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9
10.
10.
plus 7.
17.
17.
17. 1 plus 9.
10.
10.
Carry the 1.
10.
And 1 plus 3.
4.
4.
What else do I need to do?
4.
What else do I need to do? Put a what?
Put a comma.
Comma. Comma where? Yes. Comma where?
Between the 0 and the 7.
Right here, that's right, between the 0 and the 7. And Gracie, how do we say this number?
40,754.
All right, good. We got a handle on those. And I know it can get confusing at times because you might forget where you are. I could see someone getting off and forgetting where you are. So you just got to be real careful and not lose your spot where you are or which one you're on, right? By that one, multiply by the next one, then multiply by the next one, then add them together. So having straight numbers here is going to help, right? Is that number right above the other one? Because here's what I have seen students do is if you didn't line them quite up, you end up adding it to the wrong number. The number, maybe one place value over, you add, do you understand what I'm saying? It would be easy if they're not lined up straight, then this number's a little off and you add it to the wrong column. So you don't want to do that. So keep it straight, keep it neat will help you. You need to write numbers very neatly and that will help you too. That could be someone's problem if they got one wrong. Or you just need to know your facts. Do you know that 8 times 7 equals 56? You're going to have to learn them really well. We were talking about averaging money. Can everyone see that? Can you see it? What's the first step to averaging? Someone raise their hand. What's the first step to averaging? Okay, tell us, Caitlin. What's the first step?
To add.
Add all your numbers together. So let's add and get a total. What is the total going to be? Let's do the first row. 2 plus 8, class?
10.
Plus 8?
18.
18. Carry my 1. Okay. 1 plus 3
4,
4.
plus 4
8,
8.
plus
8.
3.
11,
11.
Put my 1. Carry my 1 and my 11. 1 plus 9
10,
10.
plus 6
16,
16.
plus 8.
24.
24.
That's exactly right, 24. What else do I need to do in this problem? One thing's different in this problem this time, Gracie.
You need to divide.
Before we divide, what else do we need to do here?
Put a comma between the 2 and the 4, and then you put the money sign.
Okay, so there's a $sign here, which means money, yes.
And then you put your decimal point between the 4 and the 1.
Everybody look here. This is really important. See these decimal points? They should line right up, right? And at the end, don't accidentally put it in the wrong place. Put it down there and then always double check. Look to the right of that decimal. Are there 2 numbers there? Are there 2 numbers? There should be 2 numbers to the right of the decimal and then you have it. What's the next step, Madison? What's the next step we're going to do? The steps for averaging are add up your add-ins. Each of these are add-ins. And then what?
I have a question, Mr. Doyle.
Who's got a question? Perry?
No, me.
Who?
Me.
I missed who was talking there.
Me.
Nope.
I had,
What's your
yeah,
question?
she's always chatting in the chat box. That's why I don't know why.
Madison, are you paying attention or are you just chatting? Because when I called on you, I wasn't sure if you knew where we were. So hopefully you are paying attention and not. I can see what you're saying. And that's fine at the beginning if you wanted to say hello, okay, but now we're going to keep going here, okay? We're going to do what? We're going to say it with me.
Divide
Divide
by
by the number of add-ins. So Perry, I saw you raise your hand. Would you help me out?
Mhm.
What are we going to do?
So you're going to take the bottom number that you added up with the top three and put it in the box.
Okay. Take the sum, put it inside this box, so it becomes the dividend, right?
Mhm. And then you're gonna count how many add-ins there are, and there's three, so you're gonna put them on the outside.
3 is right. There are 3 add-ins, so we're going to divide by 3. Now what are we going to do?
So you're gonna say how many times would 3 go into 24?
Yes, one other thing. This is money, so I'm just going to squeeze a little dollar sign in there. And before we divide, what's something I could do? Because it's money.
Bring up your dollar sign.
Good
And
job. Yes, so let's bring these up and then see the decimal. Bring it right up in my answer. I won't forget to do it at the end if it's there, right? Now let's divide, Perry. What will the answer be?
So 8 times 3 is 24, so you can put up your 8.
8. Good.
And then gonna put down a 24 under that 24
That's
and
right.
subtract.
Good job. We have nothing there. We compare. Then what do we do?
Then you say,
Bring down.
wait, you bring down your 1, and then you do how many times would 3 go into 1?
And how many times?
0.
0. If it can't go, it's always 0. 0. We put our 0 up in our quotient and we multiply through again. And what is it always going to be? 0 times anything's what, class?
0.
0. Then we subtract. We're left with 1 again. We compare. It's less than 3. And is there anything to bring down?
Yes.
What?
The 8.
The 8. We see the next one over. By the way, when you draw these arrows, it helps you keep track of which ones you've already brought down, doesn't it? So it's really important to put those. 8. All right, let's divide through again. 3 into 18, how many times?
6.
6. 6 goes up here in the quotient. 6 times 3 equals what?
18.
6 times 3 equals 18. Can you see that? I'm running out of room. Here we go. When we subtract, what will it be, class?
0.
0. Now it came out just right. It won't always come out just right. Say the answer. What is the answer? Emma, what's the answer?
$8.06.
That's exactly right. And if we were to check it, we'd multiply $8.06 with our money in decimals, multiplied by 3 to get $24.18. Is everyone still there? Now, before we run out of time, because we're about to run out of time, if you want to see more amazing videos like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll put this in the description below. How do you like that? And there are other videos there too that I've made, even last year. And it might help you with something that we're learning about. So I wanted to say that before we run out, because we might get cut off. And if we have time, we'll do one more thing. If not, you can ask me and I'll try to help you. Mokes, we'll answer some questions now.
That's why our parents have to, if we want to talk like a candy bar or something, that's like, do we have to get it before school? Like
They need to check it out. So yes, bring that form back. I sent the form. I don't know, some of you might be able to print it, or you can just come to the school and they can get it. They can get it before or after school, right?
wait.
But they need to get it.
Form?
Yes, the candy.
Oh, okay. That's right. I'll just tell my dad he can just print it out.
Yes. Perry? Question? Any questions? Yes?
So I just kind of wanted to let you know that I'm already subscribed and I liked your videos.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I noticed there were a few more subscribers there now, which it's basically for you all, but there are children that I taught last year that I think subscribed to, so that's why there's more numbers there. So good. How about, so we worked some division with money. Any other questions before we run out? Because I think we're about to run out of time. Cayenne?
I want to show you all something. It's still sort of work in progress, but I'm soon gonna get it.
Oh, you just muted yourself, I think. Anyway, I didn't quite hear all that. What is that? You drew something. Okay,
I used to work on these a lot.
very good. Okay, very good. Anyone else have a question though about math or language? Before we go? And if we need to do another meeting, I will do another meeting. So if someone later today wants to do another meeting, tell me, would anybody want to do that?
Yes, but can we just make it talking? Like just us talking to
So,
each other.
you know, like in the afternoon, like at 2 o'clock, if someone wants to, I can do that. And because we haven't seen each other in a while. And then you could ask any question, or you can tell us whatever you want to talk about. We can do that too.
And I will be still working at 2 o'clock.
And that's the thing, we don't have to do that, but especially if someone didn't understand something or just wanted to tell me something, they could. Or you just wanted to say something, we could. So, but we don't have to. You might be busy doing all this work, right?
Mhm.
So try to get as much as you can done. If you do not have addition facts, multiplication facts mastered, I would make that more important than anything else and have those mastered by next week, because we're going to have a test. And then the next week, we're going to have a big test. When I say big test, it counts more, but it's a little longer, but not that much. I hate
Less than a minute.
we will have some exams, and I hate to use that word because it sounds scary, but it won't be as bad as you think. It's just, it does count more on your grade. So you want to do a very good job because it does count.
I have
more.
tomorrow.
So as long as you understand everything in
Tomorrow,
math and language, as long as you understand everything, here, I'm going to make everyone quiet, then you'll do fine. Science and history, I'm going to give you a study guide. So guess what? You'll know exactly, there's no surprise, you know exactly what to study and you'll be fine. But because of what's happened, it we'll be kind of having to smash those tests real close together. And I hate to do that, but that might be the only way we can get them done. So just work really hard, start studying this weekend.